I have a question for the men. What is the biggest mistake a woman can make early on in dating? What puts you off? What makes you go, nah, she's not girlfriend material, she's not someone I'd take home to my family? What is the biggest mistake that a woman can make? Is it not offering to pay? Is it sort of mannerisms? What is it that makes you go, nah, not gonna go on another date, wouldn't take her out? Is there something specific, or is it a multitude of different things? Like, what is it? Because I feel like if we just talk about these things, people will know. But again, can't make everything work. Let me know.
My friend and I were just met and we just had a conversation about how the art of romance has kind of been lost. And we were just saying that if we were dating someone, or if someone was initially interested in us and they wrote a handwritten letter, that would win anyone over, no?
Don't date women with tattoos, like a lot of tattoos. I'm so sorry, but someone needs to say it. Someone needs to say this. And hi, my name's Jenna Nicole. There are some population studies that have found that people with tattoos have higher rates of mental illness history. Also, sleep issues, impulsivity, and risky behaviors. This was compared to non-tattooed groups. Also, highly visible tattoos, as well as the more tattoos that they have, correlate more with these types of behaviors. Now, mental illness doesn't have to be permanent, and people grow and evolve all the time. But often there are outward expressions for people's character, and this could be one of them.
I find this so freaking hilarious. So I was scrolling through like TikTok creator insights, okay, and it's how to stop being a nice guy. Why are we stopping being nice guys? Why do you, please, if you're a man, tell me, why do you as a man want to stop being a nice guy? Oh, it's this, my cat wants to say hi again. It's this whole idea of like, the women want bad boys. No, we don't. No, we don't. Why would I not want a nice boyfriend? Why would I not want my husband to be a nice guy? My fiance, like, why would I want him to be a knobhead? Why would I want him to be a dickhead? I wouldn't. We all like nice guys. So why is that trending? Why is that one of like the top trending things? Why do you want to stop being a nice guy? Why? Who's got this idea? Who's told men that they need to be assholes? Who's told men that they need to be fucking horrible pieces of shit? Because you don't. Newsflash, being nice will probably get you more women, okay? Male loneliness epidemic, you're not fucking lonely enough.
These are some double standards I have for women versus men with no explanation. Let's get right into it. Number one, when a woman knows she's hot. T, love it. A man, however, thinking that he's hot, ew, get over yourself. Next, we've got being obnoxiously loud, particularly in a bar. If I see a girl being loud and she's having a night out with the girls, absolutely. You drink those tequila shots. When I see a man doing it, be quiet. Get out of my face. Better yet, get out of the venue. And last but not least, being single over the age of 35. I see a woman that's, in almost in her 40s and she's single, absolutely, she's finding her person. When I see a man edging 40 who's single, what's wrong with you? What's your baggage? What have you done? Again, I know these are double standards. I'm not necessarily saying they're correct. I'm just being honest. It's the double standards that I have.
I could find the perfect man for me, lose him tomorrow, and I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care because I have a mirror, right? I know what I look like, I know what I attract, and I know what I'm capable of getting. For me, it will only ever get better, but for you, you're going to struggle to find better or to match me. And it's not about looks, it's about character, vibe, intelligence, funny. My aura for you to replace is going to be very difficult, but for you, I can easily replace you. Simple.
My husband and I have been separated for about 2 months. Today I received a message from him saying that he's going to be removing me from the car insurance. And when I asked him when my last day with insurance would be, he said it's tomorrow. So I have to shop around. I have to find my own car insurance. And I had previously asked him if he could just keep me on there and I would give him my part of the insurance since that would be cheaper for me. But he says he prefers to just remove me. So tomorrow I'll be without insurance. I have the kids 4 days a week and he has them 3. And since his family is there, he is able to work as much as he used to before when I used to stay at home. But I have nobody to help me watch my kids. And I'm really not going to leave them with just anybody. So I can only work 3 days a week. I make $120 a day. Sometimes I work Saturdays. I make $60 on Saturdays. So that means 1 week I make $420 and the other one I make $360. So I thought it would be okay if he just kept me in the insurance and I would give him the money, which would be around $100. But today again he said no, so I've been looking. It's around $200 for me to get it by myself, and right now it just feels like I can't do it. I know I can, but it just feels like I can't, and it really sucks because it feels like all of this is my fault. Everything that's happening is my fault because I was the one that decided that I wanted to be separated. I was the one that decided to leave the house, and I left because I needed to work and I couldn't work where we lived because we have no family there. I had no support at all, and I still really don't, but at least the kids can be with him 3 days a week, and then I can work a little bit. And I don't even know why I'm crying over this, but again, it just feels like I've made the worst mistake. I feel like my life is falling apart. I feel like I can't provide for my kids. I feel like I can't be a good mom to them.
The biggest mistake a woman makes early on is assuming her physical presence is a sufficient down payment for a man's future protection and resources. When a man sees that her primary contribution is just showing up and expecting to be entertained, he immediately classifies her as a liability rather than an asset. It's about the subtle signals of cooperation versus competition. If she spends the first 3 dates testing his boundaries or performing a girl boss audit of his finances, she's already failed the girlfriend material test. Men are looking for a teammate, not a supervisor or a professional guest. The moment she treats his investment of time and money as her basic right instead of a gesture worth reciprocating, he knows he's looking at a consumer, not a girlfriend. She thinks she's looking for a list of do's and don'ts, but the reality is that men are just scanning for the one trait that's become extinct in the modern market: genuine, unforced respect.
You can say that again.
A woman who covers her body in permanent markers of a temporary mood is screaming that she prioritizes immediate gratification over long-term consequences. In the dating market, that's a massive red flag for any man looking for stability, because a person who can't negotiate with their own future self is never going to be able to negotiate a stable relationship with you.
That's exactly right.
She's asking who told men to stop being nice, as if the answer isn't written in the dry ink of every failed talking stage and just a friend text in that guy's phone. She wants to live in a world where being a pleasant, predictable utility provider is the ultimate aphrodisiac, but she's ignoring the biological reality that nice is often just code for harmless. She mocks the male loneliness epidemic, while simultaneously gaslighting the very men who tried the nice guy route and found it led to a dead end. She's furious because if men stop being nice, they stop being easy to manage. She doesn't want a nice guy for his sake. She wants one for hers, because a nice man is a man she can control.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The most telling part is her take on being single at 35. A woman is finding her person, a poetic journey of self-discovery, while a man is a broken product with baggage. She's projecting the reality of her own declining market value onto men who are actually hitting their prime. A 38-year-old single man with resources is a threat to her narrative because he has the freedom she's terrified of losing, so she has to pathologize his independence to feel better about her own ticking clock.
Jeez, what a bitch.
She's finally hitting the wall of reality after jumping out of the moving vehicle that was her marriage. She wanted the freedom of separation, yet she's genuinely shocked that her ex-husband is no longer interested in subsidizing her life through his car insurance policy. She left the house to work, only to find out she's making a few $100s a week and can't even cover basic liabilities. She's starting to realize that the support she claimed she didn't have was actually the only thing keeping her afloat. What a horrible decision she made.
Leave her. She's lost it.
Real men of genius.